Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the today's class about another another evidences. The paleontological evidences we completed successfully. Now today's the embryological evidences are evidences from the embryology. What is the embryology? The first of all, what is the embryology? What is embryology? Means the study of early development of early development of an organism is called embryology. See that the father in embryology is developed by the three scientists in different. The person is Ernest Haeckel. The second person is Van Baer. The third person is P. Maheshwari, or means the Panchanan Maheshwari. The three members do the more work on the embryonic development. What are the specialty? Here the Ernest Haeckel is called as father of embryology. The Van Baer is called the father of modern embryology. Now we can take the P. Maheshwari or the Panchanan Maheshwari, the father of Indian embryology. The embryology. There's three members are there. So one here the one of the important persons, the Van Baer and Ernest Haeckel that. The Ernest Haeckel, the Van Baer he studied the developmental stages. He observed how the human or different organisms embryos are developed is observed by the Van Baer. That embryological observation again later changed as a recapitulation theory or biogenic law. Who started that? Ernest Haeckel started introduced one theory that recapitulation theory or biogenic law. The recapitulation theory or the biogenic law that. Who introduced this embryology can change into a recapitulation theory or the biogenic law. This biogenic law is introduced by Ernest Haeckel that. What state the biogenic law? According to the biogenic law or the recapitulation theory introduced by the Ernest Haeckel, what is explained? It state very very important guys. It said that antogeny repeats phylogeny. Very very important. The 2019 case question is antogeny repeats the phylogeny. Who said that? The recapitulation theory that. What is here the antogeny? It's a meaning. It indicates the life history. Phylogeny is a very very important for entrance. The phylogeny it is indicate evolutionary history. It states that what? Antogeny repeats the phylogeny. Life history can repeat the evolutionary history. Every development of embryo of the organism, they can continue the developmental stages from the ancestors. Developmental stages from the ancestors. It is indication, it is state the recapitulation theory or the biogeny is very very important for the entrance examination. Ontogeny means life history, the phylogeny is evolutionary history. Means life history repeats the evolutionary history. Very important then. After that, the one where is observe the remaining other developmental stages of embryo. In that, the one by one we are going to discuss what are the developmental stages one where is observed. First one, similarity in early development of embryo. Similarity in early development of embryo. Similarity in early development of embryo. The second one, resemblance among invertebrates embryo. The next, the third one is resemblance among vertebrates embryo. The next, the fourth one, temporary embryonic structure. During the development. The next, fifth one, progressive metamorphosis. The next, the last one is retrogressive metamorphosis. Already we explained the last one is recapitulation theory. Recapitulation or the biogenic law. Already we completed that. In this, the one by one, first is the similarity in early development of embryo, resemblance among invertebrates embryo, resemblance among vertebrates embryo, temporary embryonic structure during the development of embryo, progressive metamorphosis, retrogressive metamorphosis, and recapitulation theory. Already we discussed. In this, the one by one we are going to discuss. In the first one is similarity in early development of embryo. The similarity in early development of embryo. The one by one we will take that. For example, the first you can take that. What happened that the sperm and the ova is combined, then form the what? The zygote. To form the what? Zygote. From the zygote. This zygote is involving in cell division. After the cell division, this zygote, there is a filled with the one cell became a two cell became a four, like this. Up to the 16 cells can be developed here. Up to the 16 cell stage. One become a 2. So here 1 is there, become a 2. 2 become a, like this 4. The 4 become a 8. Like this. The 16 cell stage is there. This 16 cell stage we are called as the Marula stage. What we are called this? Marula stage. Why should it called as the Marula stage? You know, when the mulberry leaves, silkworms can be laying the eggs on the mulberry leaves. It is a mulberry leaves. The silkworm can be laying the eggs. How it is appeared, like the structure is appeared at this stage. That's why it's called Marula stage. That after the Marula stage, how it is, what happened here in this Marula, the cells can be pushed into the peripheral side. How this, the once you can observe this. So these cells can be pushing to the like this. This, you know, like a single layer. This is called as what? Blastula stage. The blastula stage. Then again, this blastula stage, the finally is developed due to the condition again, this single layer is there, the single layer blastula to develop into the multi-layer, means the three layers developed into three layers. This is called ectoderm. It is mesoderm. This is about endoderm. Three germ layers should form. Here only single layer is there, but it is a downside of pushing. So like that, this is called as gastros and the blastocele. This is blastocele or enteron down. So this is about this stage is called as gastrula stage. The first is the zygote become a marula, the marula become a blastula, the blastula become the gastrula. This is the stages is there. Means you can take any living organism early development, this stages is necessary. Zygote is the first, second is the marula, third is the blastula, then of the fourth one is the gastrula, then the finally to develop into embryo. This is the stages is a common observed by the one day. That's why he said that the similarity in early development of embryo, that after this is that the similarity among invertebrates embryo. In similarity among the invertebrates embryo, you want to draw one rough diagram that you can take that rough diagram 1 minute that. So based on this rough diagram, we will explain the larval stage. This resemblance among the embryonic structure of invertebrates embryo. So just 1 minute. So this is the diagram of what this is. It is the diagram of trochophore larva. This is a trochophore larva, this structure. This is the what? The mouth. This structure, this is the anus. So like that is there. This is eye. This is the structure of the trochophore larva. What is the resemblance? Trochophore larva, we observe this larva to invertebrate embryonic structure. One is the mollusca, another one is Annelida. The mollusca and another one is what? The Annelida. The two phylums should have the trochophore larva. The base on this larva, we said that the scientist the resemblance among the invertebrate larva embryos. This is the next. The resemblance among the vertebrates larva. The third one, the resemblance among the vertebrates embryo. The resemblance among the vertebrates. Last is the invertebrate, is the vertebrates. Once we observe that this is the fish. The fish is the vertebrates, the reptiles, the bird and the humans. The four are the vertebrates. That is both also having the tail, this also having the tail. That. See that during the development of the embryonic structure, we observe that the human embryonic structure during the early development does have the what? The gill slits. And the bird also having the what? The gill slits is present in bird. Then you can take the reptile and fish, the both also to develop the early development the gill slits. But when the developmental stages, the increasing that there is the instead of the gill slit, the humans to form the lungs, the bird from the lungs, the remaining the fish to form the gills. The gill slit change into a gills. But during the embryonic development in vertebrates is the same only. The base and the gill slits were clearly explained that this is the evidence of invertebrate resemblance during the development. Then after that, the next one is the temporary embryonic developmental stages we will discuss. Here the next one is the temporary embryonic structure. What is the temporary embryonic structure? For example, you can take that the tadpole larva is there. Which one that? The tadpole larva. This tadpole larva, during the developmental stages, it having the tail and the gills is there during that. But after the development, early development to when the complete development of the embryo during the metamorphosis, during the after the completion of the metamorphosis, the tail and the gills are disappear during the metamorphosis, completion of time of the metamorphosis. The tadpole larva to having the tail and gills, but after the metamorphosis it is disappeared. So it is a temporary embryonic structure. It is a which one? The tail and gills are the temporary embryonic structure in the tadpole larva. Next, the next progressive metamorphosis. The next last one is retrogressive metamorphosis. So both is there. It's both are the opposite. Which one? The progressive metamorphosis, retrogressive metamorphosis is a very the difference. For example, that progressive. One example, ammocytol larvae. Which one that? The ammocytol, the larvae. It is the larvae of lamprey. Lamprey means it is a type of fish. But in the next is the ambimixis is there. Ambimixis larva, it is belongs to Cephalochordata. It is belongs to Cephalochordata. Means lower chordates is higher chordates. But both are the similarities there. Which one? The ammonocytal larva of the lamprey of the fish and ambimixis larva of the Cephalochordata. Ambimixis the ambimixis larva of the Cephalochordata and the ammonocytal larva of the fish are the resemblances there. Means here the lower chordate is higher chordate. Resemblance is there. The development, the first class to second class, second to third, like that the progressive of the metamorphosis. That is the progressive metamorphosis. The next, after that, next retrogressive, you can take the Sacculina and Hadmania. Sacculina and Hadmania, it is a vertebrate, sir. So what is happening in Sacculina in Hadmania? It does not have any resemblance to the lower one and the higher one. So it is what? It is a retrogressive metamorphosis. Retrogressive metamorphosis. During this, the first is a similarity during the early embryonic development. The first one. Second one is resemblance among invertebrates, resemblance among vertebrates, and then after that temporary embryonic structure, recapsulation theory or biogenic law, very important in the ontogeny and phylogeny. The last one is progressive metamorphosis and retrogressive metamorphosis. It's a very important. Thank you one and all.